Dad bought this tractor here, John Deere 5020 number 4. Hi guys, welcome back to CountyLine Farming. So this is where we're at here in the shop. First week of February now. Chopper is officially completely done. Working on sweeping the floor, cleaning up the shop, organizing a little bit. Got all the trash burnt, things like that yesterday. Still got drilling here and everything else over here. Parking the manure spreader in here right now. Today is February 26th. Very nice 60-degree day here. Sun's out. Still a bit wet from the rain we got last week, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with the evening feeding. And always got cattle to bed every day. So we're gonna need to mix up a little bit of extra feed in the first batch so we can run it out and feed it to the calves underneath the barn. Usually do that either every night or every other night, just depending on how much they're eating. This is getting close to 7 months old, so they're eating a little bit more than when they were 6 months old, and it's warmer, so we're trying to do it every day, keep the feed fresh in their bunk. New group will be coming in the end of the week, and we'll move everybody around. Up here at the freestall barn now, gonna go ahead and scrape on both sides. Scraped and put sand in Saturday night, so we won't need to put any sand in. Usually scrape with the 170 here. So go ahead and get the cattle moved and get scraping. 5 o'clock now up here at the second heifer farm. Gonna go ahead and get started feeding. The John Deere skid loader will start up the silo here. As you can see, most of the manure has been pretty solid lately, so none of it's running into the lagoon. It's just kind of piling up. Come over here to the breaker box, let our silo down just a little bit, get that cable a little tension off, flip our silo on, and then we'll get 3 5-gallon buckets, 3.5 of supplement, and put in the bucket while the silo's coming out. Turn our silo off, turn our mixer on. Letting the feeder feed them, running out of the mixer through some conveyors. As you can see, there's only a couple in here that aren't out eating. Most of them are all up and out. Keep about 130, 140 up here. Move them every week or every other week, just depending on what we're doing and how full we are. We're relatively on the full side right now. Have somebody that scrapes 3 times a week for us, so that really helps out up here. We don't have to worry about doing that. We have a lot of cattle and it's super wet out. I'll scrape on Saturday nights, but since it's getting warmer out and it's mostly dry, it's not the end of the world. Just want to check everybody, make sure everybody's up or nothing bad's going on. They eat on both sides of this bunk up here, so there's just this roughly 60, 70 on each side. got done feeding all the big heifers. Just got to take some pellets up to the big barn and run out. Typically Dad runs all the feed out and mixes up second batch. Once in a while I'll do it, but today I didn't have much bedding to do. Usually I got to do a little bit more bedding, or I'm working on doing something else and I can't do it or something like that. But today it worked out. The weather was nice, so I went ahead and did that. He was working on one of his tractors most of the day in the shop, finishing that up, getting a few things ready to go for spring. So I got this bucket here in the shop. Worked on it some Saturday, getting this welded up, this plate here on the front, and then welding it whole way around. Just got to cut out one more piece to put on this side. Welded up the sides that were all broken. Need to lay another bead or two on that side. Finish that project up. Just got the last of my warranty work done today on the planter. Had to put a new bearing on here and also have a weight kit on here now also. So that was touched up today by the dealer we bought it from, so that's good. Here's the old just stock depth gauges, I guess. So now there's a little weight, so hopefully that helps with the got some extra. Hopefully that helps keep the marker in the ground a little bit better. Got some work in the back done with the scales, with some wiring to get the scales to work. Under here looks like they got that wrapped up also, so that's good. Since it is only a year old, probably a year and a half now since it's sat on the lot for a little bit, should be ready to go over another few hundred acres. Dad bought this tractor here, John Deere 5020 number 4. We now own 4 of them. This is a Wheatland model. It's got a chrome stack even. He could tell you a lot more about it, but dyno's at 142 give or take. It's got a turbo, chrome stack, you know, gives her a few horsepower, right? So it's not the best looking tractor, but it's pretty straight. Had to put a little money into it, but typical John Deere, I guess. Whole top end's new, you can see. Just got some clamp-on duals, put new lights in it. Guy that works on our tractors did most of the work. New seats, stuff like that. So it's not a side console, it's all up here. All your levers. I think all the 5020s are that way actually. So just got a little, fenders are pretty nice for the most part. A little sun faded since it sat outside for a good bit of its life, it looks like. But we'll start her up. It does sound pretty good with the chrome pipe. So don't use 5020s super often, but they're not that expensive and there's not a lot of good solid 5020s out there, and Dad likes the older 20 series quite a bit, likes working on them, getting them up and running, and every once in a while we do something productive with them, but doing some tillage or something like that. So they made a regular 5020, like row crop 5020, I guess you could say. Then you could have a canopy on a 5020, all year round cab. It's not really all year round, but it was the cab at the time on the 50/20s, like 1967 through 72 was the last year, I'm pretty sure. And then also the Wheatland, so now we got all 4 of them, so I guess, you know, 4 50/20s. Not many people have 4 50/20s, but big fuel tank on these things. But yeah, so that's the quote new tractor. New to us tractor. We've had it for a long time, but it just came back a couple weeks ago. This is the tractor Dad's been putting the wiring harness on. He got it finished up for the most part, and just putting the last few panels on it, and a couple filters. And this is a gas. It's only gas tractor. That's a quote bigger tractor, a 25/20. So anyways, that's what Dad's been working on, and a few odd jobs, something skid loader brakes or something like that, oil leak, things like that. So need to get the lawnmower. Kind of procrastinating on that. Not really a big lawnmower enthusiast lately, but I'll be mowing in about 25 days, so we need to get that done in between now and then. So yeah, that's where we're at here in the shop. Always in and out of here working on something every day, so we need to get back to the regular scheduled program and get something productive done with my life here. So yeah, thought I'd take you guys along today. Haven't filmed the day-to-day stuff for a while, so I think we're gonna try to sneak a load of manure out here tonight. Got a sandy field. It looks like it's gonna rain for a while, so we're gonna try and get that done. Got a load of liquid manure out of the pit. Scraped up the holding pens here at home. Mixed up a batch of feed for Dad in the morning. Always try to do that. First batch, get that mixed up for him, especially since it's cold outside. The feed will stay good. Everything was going good till about 9:30. Scraped pen 5, loaded the spreader, bedded pen 5. Got everything put away. Go haul this last load of manure real quick, you know. Got to the field, drove all the way down there and unload for about a minute, and then it stops coming out. And so we gotta tear the manure spreader apart again. We just had it apart for about a week. Thought we fixed the problem. Had to put a new bushing in one of the augers because the sprockets aren't aligned, so then the chain won't stay on, and then the spreader augers will not run, and therefore the manure does not go out of the manure spreader. So had to drive home loaded, and now it's 10 o'clock, so we're done for the day. I'm gonna put this loader away and I'm gonna go call it a day. So that's basically an average day for me after school. Sometimes if it's gonna rain or something after school, I'll do something before school, but usually I can just work a little bit later and get it all done after. That way you're not trying to come out for 2 hours in the morning, and I feel like it's a bit more complicated that way. But sometimes in the summer it works better since there's daylight. But Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Check out the Instagram. Keep you up to date, hour to hour, typically. Try to get something on there every few hours. I'm doing something. Keep you guys updated live, see what's going on. But anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.